Hello and welcome to the Viral Truth Nltv. I am KHUVUNG. For the last few days, there has been a lot of speculation regarding the fate of Twitter. Now, we do not really know what's happening with Twitter, so today Nltv has brought you certain information related to the phenomenon that's happening right now. So let's take a look. What's happening with Twitter at the moment? Well, the giant microblogging site has failed to comply with the new IT rules, the Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Codes 2021, which was issued by the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology on February 25th. And since then, it has been surfing in troubled waters. All social media intermediaries were given a 3-month period to comply. The government on May 26 issued a fresh notice to all social media intermediaries seeking details on the status of compliance with the new rules that came into effect on that day. The ministry had on June 5th said it had given Twitter one last chance. However, Twitter didn't comply with it. Now Twitter has lost its intermediary status and is branded as a publisher. If there arises any charges for any unlawful content, it shall be penalized under the Indian penal laws and the new IT laws. Digging further into this phenomenon, let's see what the Congress Toolkit is and how this originated. Well, Sambit Batra on May 18 shared a tweet which was retweeted by scores of Twitter users. The BJP accused the Congress of tarnishing the image of India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi by calling the new strain of coronavirus as the India strain or the Modi strain. Congress denied and accused the BJP of creating a fake toolkit. The party said its research wing had created a toolkit on Central Visa project, which the BJP is wrongly using for its propaganda. Amid all the controversy, Twitter affixed the manipulated media label to tweets of 11 union ministers, including IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. So now let's have a look at the IT rules and get a deeper insight. The new IT rules require tech giants to appoint a nodal contact person and a resident grievance officer in line with India's new information technology, Intermediaries Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. It aims to empower ordinary users of social media platforms and OTT platforms with a mechanism for redressal and timely resolution of their grievances with the help of a grievance redressal officer, also called a GRO, who should be a resident of India. Special emphasis has been given on the protection of women and children from sexual offenses, fake news, and other misuse of the social media. The IT Rules 2021 seek to address concerns of the citizens without infringing on their privacy and personal liberties, while maintaining digital sovereignty at the same time. These came in accordance with the Supreme Court's observation in 2017 that the government may frame necessary guidelines to eliminate child pornography, rape, and gang rape imageries, videos and sites in content hosting platforms and other applications. As per the rules, intermediaries are mandated to remove or disable contents that are against the safety and dignity of individuals within 24 hours of receiving the complaints. Such complaints can be filed either by the individual or a person on their behalf. According to the government, knowing the first originator or information, also known as traceability of messages that cause violence, riots, terrorism, rape, or threat to the national security fall under reasonable exceptions to right to privacy, which again is not absolute as per the Constitution. The algorithms used by social media platforms to optimize views and advertisements often fail to distinguish between relevant or useful content and abusive content and fake news, thereby amplifying them in a very little or no time. The culture of India varies like its large geography. In certain scenarios, with the amplification of social media, even a small spark can cause a fire, especially with the menace of fake news. This was one of the objectives of bringing the intermediary guidelines. It is astounding that Twitter, which portrays itself as the flag bearer of free speech, chooses the path of deliberate defiance when it comes to the intermediary guidelines. Union Minister for Electronics and Information Technology, Ravi Shankar Prasad, said. And so why is it very difficult for Twitter to comply with the new IT rules? Let's have a look. The social media giant Twitter has raised concerns regarding free speech over the new IT guidelines. It stated that it would strive to comply with the new IT rules, but if guided by principles of transparency and freedom of expression under the new rule of law. So how is the government responding to Twitter's failure to comply with the new IT rules? Well, Twitter's intermediary status has been removed and a publisher they have become for now. So if there is any content that is unlawful and that is created by Twitter, it would be charged as unlawful content and it shall be penalized under the new IT laws and the Indian penal laws. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information and Technology, headed by Congress leader Shashi Tharoor, has summoned top officials of the micro-blogging site to depose before it on Friday and give a representation on prevention of misuse of the social media platform. The agenda is to hear the views of representatives of Twitter, followed by evidence of representatives from electronics technology on safeguarding citizens' rights and prevention of misuse of social media or media platforms, including special emphasis on women's security in the digital space. If Twitter has failed to comply with the new IT rules, how about the other social media giants? Well, WhatsApp has also filed a case in Delhi High Court against the government on grounds that the new IT rules violated customer privacy. The new intermediary guidelines and digital media ethics code have also been challenged by entities like The Wire, LifeLaw, and the Quint. However, at the end of the day, the laws of the land always get an upper hand. So how is the future of the people of this country looking? Well, there are many instances, horrifying instances in India and Nagaland alone, where social media played a vital role. And these instances were very horrendous that they garnered international attention in the past. And social media cannot deny that it plays a vital role in spreading those events around the world. Mob violence, blackmailing, cyber-shaming, cyberbullying, etc. are very common phenomena nowadays. And these are easily enabled by social media. So do we still think that the new IT laws are possibly curbing our freedom of speech and expression? You decide.